Hello, Spider fans and Central Virginia football fans, fans across America and around the world. Satchmo, glad to be back for episode 2 of the 2011 Richmond Spiders football preseason opponents countdown. The Virginia Military Institute Cadets come to the Brick House for Game 3 at 6 p.m. on September the 17th. The Keydets are one of the Spiders' oldest rivals. We've played 86 games since 1891 when the series started. And believe it or not, Spider fans, the Spiders only hold a 41-40 advantage in the series. All time, VMI has 457 football wins. The Spiders have 496 wins. Unfortunately, both squads are still well under 500 all time in football. But there's one thing for sure. We know when the Keydets come to Richmond, they're going to bring everything they've got with them. They're going to bring that special spirit that's VMI out of the valley. They've got a large alumni base in the Richmond area that's very proud to be a graduate of VMI, and it's no doubt they'll show up, they'll be loud. If you're an old guy like Satchmo, you might remember back in the early 60s when I was just a kid, how impressive it was to see those cadets marching into City Stadium. The whole corps came to those games, and it was quite a sight to see them marching in to City Stadium. When I was a college student, also had a chance to witness a couple of near riots in the 70s when the Corps and the Spider student bodies got together. Well, things have cooled off a little bit since the 70s in this rivalry, but VMI, now a member of the Big South Conference, with Liberty and Coastal Carolina, who we played last season, is coached by Sparky Woods. This will be his fourth year in Lexington. He succeeded one of our favorite UR head coaches, Jim Reed. And another connection to Richmond is still Lexington. Winston October, a great defensive back and return man from the late 90s. He coaches the wide receivers there. Now VMI was 3-8 last year. That was good for 5th place in the Big South. And right at the end of 2010, according to the Nolan Power Index, the Big South was ranked 15th and last as a power league of all the FCS conferences. They returned 15 starters, 8 on offense, 6 on defense, and 1 specialty player. But I don't think any of that really matters. Unusual things can happen, as unlikely as it might seem, when VMI comes to Richmond. Although we have dominated the Keydets since the mid-60s, including a 19-3 record against the Keydets since 1980, anything can happen. Just ask our basketball team if these guys come to Richmond to play. So I don't, for 1 minute think that the Spiders are going to be anything other than extreme favorites to win this ball game. But in 2009, we were extreme favorites. We had a defending national championship team, and they played us a very respectable 38-28 game. So I'm not taking it for granted. I'm sure Coach Scott and his staff are not going to take it for granted either. Watch out for VMI. Our Spiders need to be ready and using the VMI game as another game to get ready for the regular season CAA slate. Well, that's all for VMI. Look for the next episode soon. Go Spiders. So long for now.